So I have five things I didn't like about the Grand Helios Hotel's club level. Now, I want to start with the positives before I get into the five. The hotel is great. It's not cheap, but you're paying a premium for the location and some of the amenities that are offered, but mostly the location. We get it. And the staff working in the club level lounge are great. None of the knocks are about the service or the personnel of the staff, both on that ninth floor club level or anywhere in the hotel. I love that you had access all day, well, from 7 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. to grab sodas, water bottles, coffee on occasion. All that is great. So I stayed in a standard room with a park view back in April, and I posted that earlier. And in June, I went and stayed at a club level non-park view. And there's five of us coming later this summer, so I have a deluxe room booked as well. I may be able to tour all of Grand Helios on my dime before the end of the year. We'll see. So I did not film inside the club level room. It's the exact same layout as our park level room, except without the view. Well, you do have a park view, but that view park happens to be Icon Park, or if you squint, you can see parts of Universal in the distance. Our room faced sort of the pool slash area in the lake where all that stuff. So let's dive in. So number one, the value. Now, I booked this back in 2024 when the reservations first became available and the introductory rates were a lot lower. So I didn't necessarily, I got a good price on my room. I did. But today, if you're going to try to book a room, I was just looking and seeing what they are on a typical night, and you're going to be spending $200 to $300 more for a club level room than a regular room. And to me, I don't think it is worth that much unless the benefits of it exceed what you are looking for. And I think most people are probably not going to get the value that they expect. And again, access to those waters and sodas are great. Remember, you can actually take two water bottles per person into the park, and you're going to need it at Epic Universe if that's where you happen to be. So it's always great to swing by and you can pick it up. You will save money that way, but $200, $300 worth, I don't know. So that's number one, the value. I don't think it's there just yet. Number two, the food. So the big selling point for club level is the food and the drink service. I tried a little bit of every day part. I only recorded breakfast. So this is the largest spread. And it falls a bit short. So it was the same spread both mornings we were there. I was hoping for a little variety, but no. So there's breads and bagels, along with a rolling toaster, so you can toast those things up. They have croissants, chocolate croissants, some danishes, yogurt, berries, some hard-boiled eggs, sliced pineapples and melons, sliced cheeses, and ham. You have whole apples, cereal boxes. Then you have apple juice, orange juice, coffee, a specialty coffee maker. But again, nothing warm. That's the weird thing. I figured, I come from a Hampton Inn mindset where I'm expecting to see scrambled eggs, bacon, sausage, a waffle maker. None of that was there. It's you're basically stuck with a cold breakfast. That doesn't change. When I saw the hard-boiled eggs, I said, okay, it's going to be a scrambled eggs the next day. I mean, that would be the rotation, but no, it was a hard-boiled egg both days. So I did toast a bagel. You can grab toast and just toast it, and I put, the ham and the cheese, and I put some cream cheese. You can put butter or whatever, and I made my own sandwich. But you know, it's just odd that everything there is cold. There was a sign that said mimosas available on request, and that's a nice touch. But I didn't see anyone take them up on that offer. So, if it's still there, cool. Again, I did not check that out. The lunchtime snack service was somewhat functional. Mostly because my younger son enjoys Uncrustables, and Uncrustables were there in both varieties. They have energy bars, they had potato chips, some shortbread cookies, and of course the beverages. You can have the coffees, the unlimited. There's a cooler in the back with sodas and water and lemonade and stuff like that. That's available to you all the time. So this is okay. This is the only. I'm not going to complain about the lunch service because it's not even lunch. It's a snack service, is what it's called, and at least it fit the description. That was fair. Then came the 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. hors d'oeuvre session, and to me that was disappointing. It was basically both nights just two small tapas style savory items each night and a salad. So one night it was cold chicken wraps cut into small pieces, and then cubanitos is what they called them. They were like small shoestring fry sized fried pastry shells with a smidgen of the ingredients in a Cuban sandwich. These are like pickles, mustard, pork shoulder, turkey cheese. I think it's Swiss cheese. Well, but either way, I couldn't even see the roll there because it's just a really tiny little piece. And again, if you don't like pickles, if you don't like, but you like one thing, you're sort of out of luck because it's all in that little pastry. Um, the next night we had it was Mediterranean chicken skewers, and I know at Flora Taverna downstairs they do have chicken skewers. I don't know if they were like this, but the fact that they were served cold, like everything else, it's weird. It's cold. It should be cold. And as spanakopita, sorry, spanakopita. I apologize to any Greek listeners out there for me mispronouncing this. It's basically it's a small little phyllo dough pastry filled with spinach and feta. That was it. And again, there was always a salad. So there's always something in case of, the first night, if you're a vegetarian or vegan, the salad was there, but not the other. In this case, you could have it, depending on what your preferences are, it's there. The bright spot of the light dinner service was that the bar was open for those 2 hours. This is from 5 to 7 p.m. And it's a decent selection. They have like about 5 or 6 beers and some wines. They even had a mocktail option. It was a Shirley Temple both nights I was there. I don't know if it varies. But again, the staff was friendly and great. The bartender and everyone that's working there, they're all doing a lot of things and just really great people. I only made it to the 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. sweet treat service once, and it was also a letdown. We got there about 15 minutes in and stayed for about 15 minutes. When we got there, all that was there was like two like trays of like these thinly sliced sweet canapes, like little French canapes, custardy. They did eventually roll out a tray of cream-filled French puff pastries that were a little better, but I did not see the spread that I saw in some other video reviews. There were no cookies, no mango bread. It was just very limited what I saw. And I'm telling myself, this lasts an hour, so I can't imagine when we left at 8:30. Can't imagine the last half hours when they roll out, the baked Alaska and the bananas Foster or whatever would be a nice dessert there. That's it, the food. Number 3, the sacrifice. So Epic Universe has a lot of interesting places to eat. And even with the hotel's Flora Taverna, that was one of our better meals that we had. We went in April. So you have some great places to eat within the park and at the hotel itself. But you're spending $200 to $300 more for club level. You want to make the most of the meal. And that's the sacrifice. You give up eating better food for a cold breakfast or a cold dinner made out of these so-so tapas. And I know it sounds like I'm looking a gift horse in the mouth, but when you do make a sacrifice, when you try to justify the premium, you're not paying for this food because you paid for it in the $200-300 you're paying to get the club level room. But I would have rather preferred paying less for that club room and then just eating in the parks. Not that that's an option, but again, that's the sacrifice that I'm trying to make the most out of this value. I bought club, and you're going to wind yourself having a lot of food that, maybe you'll enjoy it. Maybe you're not me. But if you're me, so-so, pass. For the hours. So this is a small pet peeve, but the park closed at 9 p.m. when I was there, and I know sometimes it closed at 10 p.m. earlier the week before I got there. The dessert service ends at 9 p.m. The lounge itself closes at 9:30 p.m. And I don't know if the hours changed to adapt to park hours or anything like that. But if you want to enjoy Epic Universe in the dark, and that's when it's at its best, or perhaps catch the fountain show 10 minutes before the park closes, you're returning to an empty lounge at 9 p.m. And then a shuttered one that you can't get in at all at 9:30 p.m. So I think the hours should be extended, or at least just keep it open a little bit. Keep it open a little later, even if it's just one attendant or maybe no attendant. I don't know how it would work. At least for people to come in and grab a soda or water or something when they're coming back from the park, since a lot of them are people at the club level are getting back from the park long after this lounge is closed. Number 5, the location. So the 9th floor is great. You have the highest views of the guest rooms. It's also great when you want to check out, since you're not stuck seeing full elevators go by the way you might on lower floors. But we had the misfortune of getting room 939. And again, this probably applies to all the rooms that are roughly park facing, and probably even also the non-park facing, but probably also the park facing in that area, right around the elevator bank and around the lounge. It's probably the same situation. So we were thrilled at first. We're just 3 doors away from the lounge, a couple doors away from the bank of elevators. So it was easy exit, easy access, perfect. But in the afternoons, well into late into the evening, there were a lot of chairs, if not tables, scraping above us. I assume this was Bar Helios. It can't be anything else. Initially, I thought it was the lounge, and I'm like, no, it doesn't make any sense. Why would we hear that? We're several doors away, and especially since it was happening well past 10, 11 when the lounge itself is closed. But so there was enough soundproofing, so we didn't hear the guests or any music that may be playing upstairs. So it's soundproof that way. But several times during the day, you would hear the chairs dragging like chalk on a blackboard or nails on a blackboard. And yeah, it's I don't know if they know that this is a problem because they would have probably done something about it. But it's not ideal. So again, I obviously I'm a fan of Grand Helios. I'm going to be there again. I have not canceled a single reservation, and I know there's been some mixed reviews out there, but I'm very bullish on. Obviously, the location is great and everything's great, but for club level, I don't think I'll be going for it again unless there's a really good discount, and unless I make sure I can clarify that my room is not directly under the moving chairs that move, scrape every hour or so whenever guests are coming in and out, and that turnover is happening upstairs to escape that noise. Again, it may not seem like a lot, but when you know it's happening, it's not fun. So yeah, that's it. That's my Grand Helios club level review. Again, love the personnel, love the access to all the water and the drinks, and the little snacks and perks you got there. But I don't know if it's entirely worth it, unless you're the kind of person that everything I said that was there, you'd go, yum, 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 yum. I want in on that. I'll work with those hours. That's what I want to do. Then the club level's for you. If not, maybe you may want to think about something else.